welcome back to my channel. My name is Allie. If you're new here, hello, nice to meet you. And if you're old, what is up? Thank you again for stopping by. So today's video, I'm actually getting ready right now. We're going to therapy later, first session. Don't know if I'm excited or what I'm feeling, but yeah. So you're gonna be getting ready with me, and yeah, guess I'm just gonna talk to you guys about why I'm going. Oh my god, I want to cry now. So some of you may or may not know, I don't know. I mean, my life is just hell. Like, I think like all of our lives are pretty shitty, and like everybody's life is different, and whatever, we all deal with stuff every day in our own way. Personally, I feel like my head just, I can't really take a lot of stuff anymore. Oh my god, I'm gonna cry now. I need to breathe. A moment. Okay, so I'm going to therapy. There's just a lot of shit that I've been going through lately in like my whole life. So gotta start from the beginning. Well, honestly, at first, like, I don't know, like, I've been in and out of therapy like since I was like a little kid, and first, like, the school was like requiring my parents to take me to therapy because, I don't know, I guess it was just a weird kid, or I don't know what they saw that they figured I needed therapy. But yeah, so every time my parents would take me to a psychologist, there was like violence in my home now, and so every time I started opening up to the psychologist about this, my parents would be pulling me out because, of course, you know, the US, it's not convenient for them to be like, for a child to be telling them like, you know, everything that's going on at home that shouldn't be going on, like getting beat up. So every time I would start talking about the shit that was going on at home, I would be taken out of therapy. And then also I started getting bullied. I actually started, I think, cause I was in a really great school, but I had a neighbor and I wanted to go to school with her. So I begged my mom to change me to her school. We didn't even get like the same classroom. We didn't even get to go out to recess together or anything. So I didn't even get to see her. And the only reason I wanted to change schools was because I wanted to be with my best friend. So that was, I think I got changed in 4th grade. So 4th grade is when I started getting bullied. So part of 4th grade and part of 5th grade, because in the middle of 5th I got transferred to another school. So yeah, and then 5th grade, mind you, I'm still like at the same school, right? I think I lasted like just a year, like between whatever I had remaining of 4th and like part of 5th there. So 5th grade I started getting bullied by the whole classroom and the teacher. Oh my god, that was just, everybody would call me just a lot of mean shit. And then I started like, I remember I started like getting like zits on my forehead, and everybody would call me like just a bunch of mean stuff. And I asked my mom if she could cut me bangs, so she did. So she gave me bangs, and then everybody started saying that I was a witch because I didn't have them anymore. Like, bro, I just got bangs. Like, if I move them, you'll see my zits. Like, what the heck? But I mean, it's not just that. They would just be like calling me like a bunch of stupid shit. I didn't even like, whenever like in recess, I wouldn't take recess. I wouldn't like to take lunch because people would just go past me and hit me or like say shit to me. And so there was this class for music. So I took this music class and it was lunchtime, so instead of eating, I would take like an extra class just because I didn't want to be with anybody else. And people in that class were really cool because there was nobody in my classroom there. That was nice. Then I finally got transferred to this other school. Amazing, amazing school. And I finally had friends again. People were super cool. The teachers were amazing. The classes were so great. And then that was like, I got transferred in the middle of 5th grade and lasted in this school, in this new school, till the middle of 6th grade. Then we moved to Mexico and my life has been shit ever since. So we moved to Mexico and then first I started having friends. Then there was this girl, and I just found out about this not too long ago. She started inventing like a bunch of crap about me. So now the school, like the entire freaking school hated me. Well, maybe not the entire school, but like a bunch of like 5th, 6th grade, and I don't know what other classrooms like really hated me. So I was bullied every single freaking day. Nobody would want me in sports with them, like on their team, like nope. And I mean, teachers would obviously like put me on a team if they didn't like it. Like they'd just hit me with, if we were playing with a ball, they'd be hitting me with the ball on purpose, or like whatever sport we were playing, they just figure out a way to beat me up. One day, this kid puts a knife to my throat. It was the end of class, like the whole classroom the teacher left, whole classroom, they got up and then they just started like I was just in the middle of everyone and just made a whole circle around me, and I don't even remember like all the shit they were throwing shit at me. And then this one kid, like I'm tiny, I'm like super short and I haven't grown much ever since. This kid, like he was super tall. I think maybe it was like me, like to his shoulder, maybe a little smaller, I don't know, he was like huge. This piece of shit like gets in front of me and starts like pushing me and saying shit to me and that they're gonna beat me up, and I'm like, I just like fucking let me go. And I don't remember if I started crying, maybe I did. And then all of a sudden, I don't know, somebody pushed me and then he like grabbed me and turned me around and he was like behind me and just put a fucking knife to my throat. And they were just saying like a bunch of shit. I don't remember what they were saying to me, but then my mom would always pick me up from school, me and my brothers. So apparently somebody saw, because I mean there were huge windows outside of the classroom, so apparently somebody saw, ran outside and told my mom. She came like barging in. She was so mad and like worried, of course, like. And then I think she saw a teacher or somebody, the principal, and then like there was like someone also watching in my classroom if anybody was like a teacher or somebody going up. So they were like, oh, the teachers and blah blah, and like everybody started running. And so I don't know, I think that day my mom spoke to the principal and the teacher, and then they made a meeting for the next day. My father went to, and he was pissed. And he was like, if anything happens to my daughter, if anybody touches her, blah blah blah. And the principal was like, I can't do anything, I'm so sorry. I'm like, the fuck? And then he was like, oh, she's the problematic one. Like, dude, like what am I even doing? Like, I just got here. So that happened. And then middle school, same shit. The whole fucking whole fucking school just would bully me. And like ever since I got here, like 6th grade and middle school, people would just be like waiting for me outside of school just to beat me up, would chase me all the way home. Like the only friend I finally had in middle school, which I still talk to her this day and I absolutely love and adore her, and she's not even my best friend, she's like my sister. That's how much I love her. So she was always with me, but like obviously like a person cannot defend you from like an entire school. It's not possible. But yeah, and then there was this other girl, which I really do appreciate a lot too. She would walk with me home, but also like she wouldn't defend me, because I mean, again, it's like the whole freaking school. Once I was pushed into the mud, it was like raining, and they just pushed me to a pile of mud, and I got home, and then I was crying. And then another day, like this kid that was my father's goddaughter, do you call it that? I don't know. She beat me up for a bet. Do you know what she bet? Like, do you know what she got? A fucking bubble gum. That's what she bet. That was my worth. And I told them, and then he wanted to talk to her, and she's like, oh no, I could never do that to your daughter, blah blah. He believed her. My relationship with my father is not the best. So yeah, anything anybody else would say would be right, and whatever I said would not. I begged them to change me, but they never did. Then finally high school came. I finally had a friend. My dad decided no, so I had to leave, and then age 17 I'm here. I remember this one time there was this class that I was failing because I didn't want to go to the class anymore because it was not necessary. It was just, do you know what the class was? They were just teaching us how to make like clothes. Like why do I need that in my life? So I just felt like I didn't need it, and I didn't want to go. But I had to take it. So then one day these kids told me that the teacher was looking for me and that she was in the classroom. Mind you, like the schools here at least in the ranch where I was staying, like there was like a piece of land, then like one classroom in one place and the other one in another, and just like all spread it around, and like not near to each other. They were like kind of far away from each other. So I go all the way over there. I'm like looking for the teacher. I see nobody. Then there's like this weird wall in the middle of the room. So I was like, oh, maybe she's on the other side. I didn't see anything. I was like, dude, like there's nobody here. Kids who called me. Oh no. It was to lock me up in the fucking classroom. So piece of shit locks me up. There were these 3 kids. Was it 3 or 4? I don't know. I remember 3. But I feel like there was another person there. So 2 kids were outside, just, you know, keeping an eye in case anybody came over. Oh, there was actually a classroom next to that one. And this kid was just like trying to touch me and shit, and I was like freaking out, and I was like mad and yelling. I grabbed a chair and I started beating the shit out of that chair to the wall where the other classroom was, because I remember that there was a class there. I don't think somebody heard me. It's not possible to me that nobody heard me. Somebody heard me and they just decided to do nothing. They decided, oh, maybe just kids being dumb. Just like, dude, if you're hearing, like, even if it's kids just like vandalizing, like, you should be worried about the fucking school and checking what is going on there. But no, I was just ignored. So an hour, I don't know, maybe it was an hour. I felt like it was like an eternity. Maybe it wasn't the hour, maybe it was less, because it was at the end of middle school. We were like, I think that was like the last week. Really all we were doing was watching movies. We weren't doing anything anymore. So when I came back to the classroom, when they finally let me out, I came back to the classroom. I was like sweating and I was crying and I was hysterical, and I was so mad because when I asked for permission, well, when I left the classroom, we were watching a movie, right? I asked for permission to go to the bathroom. Then these kids told me that she was looking for me, and then not true. I came back to the classroom, and the teacher, do you know what she said to me? She's like, oh, so sorry for you, you sin of innocence. My mind was just like blocked. I didn't know what the fuck she was talking about or what that meant. Also, my Spanish was not that great still. And I was like, the fuck did you just do to me? And I left. I was like, what the fuck? And I left. I didn't even grab my backpack. I didn't grab anything. I just left. I was like, no. and I left, and I remember that there was like this lady that my mom like trusted a lot, and she was so sweet. So I went to her house, and she was like, I mean, like, what the fuck are you doing here, right? Like, it was weird. And she's like, oh, what's wrong? What's wrong with honey? Are you okay? And I just started crying, and she hugged me, and then she made me food, and I just ate there, and she was so sweet. And she called my mom, and my mom went to talk to the teacher. And as always, it was always my fault. They believed, my mom believed whatever the teacher told them. The kids were like, oh, I was provoking them, blah blah. She believed it, I guess. And then she started like just saying a bunch of shit to me, like, oh, now I see, and blah blah blah. And like, I was like, really, like, what the fuck? Like, and then, like I said, finally high school, finally I had friends. My father decided I can't do homework, and again, we live in a ranch, no internet, no signal. So whoever in my school could pass me the homework next day, and as fast as I could copy it, my grade really depended on them. Then this teacher, well, started noticing me failing like everything, and he's like, what's wrong? And I told him, like, my parents think I'm, because whenever I did get like to do like stay and do homework and stuff, they started thinking like, oh no, I was just being dumb and being a hoe and doing hoe shit, and I was just staying after school to be, you know, to be, just like be messing around, and that I wasn't actually studying. And I told him, I was like, my parents think I'm a hoe, so they don't let me. They have my school schedule, they have the schedule that the because I had to take a bus back home, so they had the schedules of the buses, what time they left and everything. So they're like, yeah, at this time you have to be home. I was like, and my homework, I don't care, you'll do it here. I was like, oh yeah, sure, of course, because we have internet and because there's signal, and oh yeah, definitely. So I failed school. My teacher was like, oh, have them talk to me. And I told them, my parents, like, the teacher said, like, you can go talk to him. And they're like, yeah, we will. I was like, okay, do it. And then they did, and I was like, wow, like, you really had to go. Like, you actually didn't believe me. But still, even after they went, like, they didn't care. I still, like, I failed school. So finally, age 17, I came here. What am I doing with my hair? Yay, hair is straight. I think I'm gonna put, do I keep this shirt? I think it's pretty cute. Yeah, I'm keeping this shirt. And what else? So I don't know, I've gone through a lot of shit, and I've tried to kill myself multiple times ever since I was like 8 years old, I think. Has it worked? No, I'm still here. Why am I here? I don't know. I still don't know what my purpose in life is, but I hope there's something. And I want to cry again. I was gonna put makeup on, but I don't think it's worth it because I don't even know what's gonna go on in like therapy or anything. I don't know what to expect. I don't know what we're talking about. I don't know how I'm gonna feel once I'm there or once I'm out of there. I know how I feel right now. Like, this is something I've been wanting to do like my whole life. But also it sucks because I know I do not have the support at home. Like, sure, my mom tells me like, oh, I'll help you like pay for it or whatever, but like it's not just the money. It's like actually being there, because well, I remember when I was little, like once like the psychiatrist asked to meet with my parents, my father would never be involved with any of that, but she would go and just take me out of there. Or let's say, because a lot of shit, like a lot of the problems we have either come from home or whatever is surrounding us. So like I said, I don't even know what to expect, but if for some reason the psychologist wants to speak to my parents, I know they're gonna, my mom will be like, oh, I can't do anything because your father. And this dude, he'll be like just laughing at me and like bullying me about it. which honestly, like, mental health is like a serious thing. And like, I don't know, I feel like if your kids are going through something and they're like thinking or actually harming themselves, you should really take that serious, because you don't know like what's going in their head, or like, because you don't actually know like what's going in their head, like what they're doing, like how they can harm themselves. Like, maybe you think it's just all fun and games, but when something actually happens, you'll regret it and be like, oh, why didn't I do this before? Or why, like, you wish you could go back in time, but you cannot go back in time. Like, what is done is done. You can't take that back. So I wish that's something they understood, but they don't. And like a few days ago, my dad was like talking to their family how he was so proud because he never let us go out, he never let us have friends, he never let us do like anything. I was locked up at home every single day. I could not get out of my room, because if I went out of my room, I would get beat up. But not, and that was just like a bunch of shit that happened that led up to that situation. But he was so proud of it. He is so proud of not letting us out, not letting us like socialize, go to like do anything fun. Like, I couldn't go like have a picnic with my friends or anything, because I was gonna do something bad. God forbid I got pregnant. Like, dude, like, you're supposed to trust your kids. I get it. Kids right now are crazy. That's why you set boundaries. Yeah, that's why you set like rules. And it's great to know your kids' friends, to know who they're hanging out with. Honestly, my friends are amazing. And I'm very selective with the people I have around me. So I'm pretty sure like if they would have met them, if they would have opened up, I would have had like a great childhood, but I didn't. And yeah, and he was like, oh no, it's because when you give the kids a bunch of liberty, that's when they ruin their life. I'm like, no, either you give them too much liberty or you give them no liberty at all. That could affect a lot in a kid's like future. But I don't know, I think it's just good to set like rules, boundaries, get to know your kids, get to know your kids' friends. And I don't know, there's just a bunch of stuff you can do to avoid, I don't know, and just like try to give them the best life you can. So, back from therapy, as a psychologist or whatever you want to call it. It was good. It was interesting. Honestly, I didn't expect much from myself. I opened up pretty good, I think. I'm pretty sure I missed some stuff, like to tell the psychiatrist, but overall, I think I told her like maybe almost everything. I don't know, but it was good. I started tearing up. I swear I was like about to cry, but I was strong. Yeah, which I mean, it's not bad to cry. It's actually good for you to cry. And I'm going again next week. Honestly, I don't know what else to say. I mean, we talked. I told her a lot of stuff about me and my life. I don't know. Interesting questions she made me, and I didn't even think about it until I was there, and she asked me, like, why I was there, if somebody recommended me to go, and honestly, like, nobody, I don't know, it was just like me, my own decision. I know I'm not in the right place right now, and I know I need help. And I know nobody else will care for me more than I should care for myself. And I want to care for myself. And I want to get better. I want to feel happy and I want to feel good. And yeah, so I'm doing this for me, because of me. And like I said, I mean, if nobody is there for you, if nobody's helping you, do it for yourself. You need nobody to make you happy. You have yourself to make you happy, to make you feel good. That's all you need. Not sure what goes on from here, but yeah, or how long this journey is gonna be. Which, I mean, time doesn't matter. We have all the time in the world. And if you guys want a story time about whatever you want, let me know. Got plenty of story times. Very sad story times. Very scary or strange story times. There was something I told her and she's like, what? Can you repeat that? She was like writing down. It was so funny because she was like writing down, and then like I told her this and she's like, wait, what? Can you repeat that? She's like, what? Did I hear right? Yeah. And also, I mean, another thing that I was like thinking about, if like, do whatever makes you happy and makes you feel good. Personally, whenever I'm like, because I'm not going out much right now, I'm just like at home. And if I'm feeling like way too stressed and just like going insane, because like, I mean, you go crazy being locked up 24/7. I'll just go outside, I'll go downtown, I'll go, I don't know, for a smoothie or just to walk, really, just to just distract myself, distract my mind. I was going to the gym right now. I'm poor, I'm broke because of the apartment, but I do wish to or hope to be going back soon. Just as soon as I get back on my feet. But yeah, if you like to do exercise, do it. If you like playing games, go on and do that. If it's walking your pet, if it's, I don't know, going out with your friends, going to the park, like, I don't know, there's just so many things you can do. But like, whatever feels like you, makes you feel good, makes you feel better, do it. And I guess that would be all for this video. Remember to hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, and turn on post notifications so you can see my cute face a little more. Or not so cute. Every time I upload a new video. Having all that said, I love you guys, and I will see you in the next video. Peace.